But one last topic. All right, so in this next topic, we're going to talk about the Tesla price cuts. And it seems like Elon might have had this all planned all along from the beginning. So we'll take a look at what the article says, because the price cuts, when it happened, seemed like a sign of weakness. It seemed like there was no sales in the pipeline. At least that's how I interpreted. But if you take a look at it macroly from what they've said at Investor Day and what Elon said all along, maybe this was just his plan all along to, at the end of the day, think big picture and get market share. So if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. But basically, it just means getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and get access to my buying guide, which has links to all the best credit union rates and financing rates. So definitely check it out if you're interested. So let us take a look at this. So shout out to Inside EVs. Quote, Tesla price cuts. It seems Elon Musk had a calculated plan all along. Despite early conclusions by analysts, it appears Tesla price cuts have done anything but slow the automaker's weakness. And so in this article, it's pretty interesting because, of course, as we know now, there was a massive price cut in the US on January 12th or 13th in the amount of $13,000 for the Model Y long range, which is the most popular car that Tesla sells at the moment. But on top of that, they did price cuts all over the world: European market, US market, Asia market. We had a great time during those months because every single time we would monitor and see a discount in China or Europe, it would shortly happen very, very soon in the US. And every time they rolled out free supercharging miles or free option credits, it would then also happen in the US shortly after. And so this seemed to be part of the strategy. And what this article is starting to cite is that when they talked about the Investor Day and talked about the master, or first when they talked about the master plan, it was quoted from Musk, how Musk wrote actually that the plan was to build an expensive car, then use the profits to build a cheaper car, and then use the profits from that car to build an even cheaper car, so on and so forth. And that's basically what they did. And they sold the Model S and the X. They sold well, I guess first the Roadster, then they sold a Model 3 and then the Model Y, and now they're making the Model 3 and the Model Y even more cheaper. And you could really see this more into effect when they talked about all the different things at Investor Day. They talked about, really the only thing they really talked about is they didn't talk about any new models. They did talk about a new factory kind of all the way at the end, but the main thing that was, I would say, the theme of Investor Day was reduce costs, be more efficient, and reduce costs even more. So of course, as they get to reduce costs, they make more profit and also potentially put out and sell a inexpensive, I don't want to use cheaper, but more inexpensive vehicle at the end of the day. And on top of that, we've definitely seen articles about Project Highland that's coming out, right, with the Tesla Model 3. And really all we've kind of, the theme of that is just reduce costs, build a more less material type of vehicle, removing the wood from the trim and putting like a plastic, or not plastic, but like a different fabric there to make more profits and sell a cheaper Tesla at the end of the day. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on are. We're going to jump back into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down in the description is a Patreon link where you support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, refinancing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price, including financing rates and banks on that buying guide that all have interest rates lower than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out if you're interested. All right, thanks for jumping in, everyone. We'll just jump